In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. With Solana ID, you were in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID, your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID, in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID, if your reputation grow. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. With Solana ID, you were in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID, your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID, you were in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. Reputation grow. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. With Solana ID, you were in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID, your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID, you were in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID, if your reputation grow. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. With Solana ID, you were in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID, your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID, you were in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID, if your reputation expectation grow.
Welcome to Solid Talk 81. 81 is today's version, and that is a fact. That is actually factually correct. If you've been last week in Solid Talk, you recall it was Solid Talk number 80, not 79. Welcome to the show, guys. Very happy to have you all here with us. Always good to see my fellow Solidians pulling up. So if you are with us right now, then please do not hesitate and drop a GM. Say hello in the comment section. Say hi to the Solidians and to myself and Pierre as well. I have a few people already dropping in here. Huge shout out to Le Sicilian, who's coming every single time, as many of you, and always reposts the stream first thing when he comes in here. So huge shout out to you, Le Sicilian. Thanks for always reposting. Alden is with us as well. GM, don't know what to say today, but GM, guys. Well, GM is the perfect thing to say. That's how you introduce yourself when joining this stream. GM and good Solid Talk. GST. I like that, Fudel. GM Fudel, GM Le Sicilian, Hector is with us. GM, my man. Good to have you here. Cyber, happy weekend to you as well, my friend. Thanks for pulling up. Yanis, GM to the Saturday gathering. And Som also drops the GM in the comment section. So if you are here with us right now, then please do so as well. Pierre, what are you doing? Why do we have so many viewers right now? Anyway, what's happening?
What?
Did you do something?
What is going on?
Okay, we have like 30,000 views on the post right now. I don't know if you...
I swear to God, Twitter is so random sometimes with stuff.
Okay, you checked it in. You checked it in the background. We're gonna enlighten you in a moment what that means. My backlight is blasting. That's because the sun is out, ladies and gents. It is sunny here in Bulgaria, and I'm sitting in front of the window today. I can angle my camera a little bit differently. Maybe that will do the trick, but I don't know. I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, you gotta roll with that today. So welcome to the show. I don't know what's happening. I think we broke the algorithm.
I really just think that this is a bug or something. I cannot explain it.
Because okay, here's what's normally happening. Okay, Solid Talk, we have like a very solid core base of people pulling up here. That's everyone in the chat section. That's why we have like engagement here, right? And then we usually spend like $20 or something to get more views on the post itself on the Twitter timeline. So we're actually putting a small advertisement on the Solid Talk post,
yeah,
which is like a targeted, like version of getting attention to the space. And normally this is how we get like a few thousand core communities and a few thousand views on the timeline. And then we have an average of like 4,000 or 5,000 views on Solid Talks. Right now we are at 80,000 views. which is highly unnormal. Yeah, I don't know what's happening, but it's still climbing. So this might be this. I don't know, Pierre. Just make sure that we're not spending like $5,000 right now on ads. Because that's definitely not what we're trying to do here. But maybe it just means that whatever Pierre's genius mind is doing in the back end when it comes to performance marketing is working really well. Let's just say that's the reality. Pierre, please seem confident. Can you please look like you know exactly what you're doing?
Just yeah, absolutely. Perfect. I know what I'm doing.
Whatever.
I'm also scared. I don't want to burn like 10K or something.
Just make sure.
I didn't switch any budgeting, so that is actually not possible.
Maybe it's a good day today for crypto, ladies. Maybe we're back.
Maybe it's just
crypto is back.
Look, how does advertising work? It's bidding, right? You bid against others. Maybe just nobody else is running ads right now for the same audience.
Yeah, or Twitter changed something in the...
Yeah, and they're just giving us all the prime spots. I don't know.
Maybe because we're pulling up every single week. They're like, okay, fuck this. These people, they know what they're doing. Like, let's give them a little present. Let's give them 100,000 views on their live stream. And that is what's happening right now, ladies and gents. So if you're here for the first time with us right now, welcome to Solid Talk. This is where the Solidians assemble. That's our core community. If you're here with us right now, well, then you are also a Solidian. So welcome to the party. What are we doing here usually? Well, we're giving you a little glance behind the curtain of Solana ID protocol. That is our company, Solana ID. But we're also giving you a glance behind the curtains of Solana. Not really behind the curtains, in front of the curtains. We're talking about Solami news. We're talking about Solami price action. And that's what we usually do during our Solid Talks. And today is the 81st version. That means we've been live streaming since 81 successive weeks on this beautiful live stream. Every single Saturday, ladies and gents. This is what's happening. So if you're for the first time, then make sure to create a habit, like all our Solidians in the comments right now, to pull up every single Saturday. And then you might get rewarded, because that is also something we do on the regular. Whenever you pull up to Solid Talk, there's giveaways.
Maybe, Simon, sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but maybe it's also the title. I really cannot tell because we only spent 7 cents so far.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
Then we're on track. So comment yourself solid is our giveaway format. That means if you are with us right now on the live stream, then make sure to drop comments in the comment section. Engage with us. Talk to us. Tell us how stupid we are. Tell us how great we are. Ask questions. Give feedback. Agree with us. Disagree with us. Be funny. Do whatever the fuck you want. But everything you do in the comment section might bring you closer to being actually solid. So you can comment yourself solid today as every single week. What does it mean for you exactly? Write something in the comment section during the next 60 minutes of live stream, because that is your chance to win some solid tokens. We're not going to give you a Lambo right now, but we're going to give you a few dollars so you can feel good, right? Because you're going to be a winner. If you want to be a winner, comment yourself solid. Now, I have, first of all, something to share with y'all. Last week, we already covered the big news for Solana ID, but also for myself, which is the Solana ecosystem call returning to the Solana ecosystem, which is amazing. If you've been here before, you already know what the Solana ecosystem call is. It is a monthly gathering of the Solana community to come together, get a quick update on what's happening on Solana, and just vibe together, comment as well, and talk to the hosts. The hosts of the next Solana ecosystem call are going to be Ino and myself from Sol Brothers podcast. The live stream is going to air next week on Thursday. And today, you'll be able to already sign up to it. You can register for Luma to make sure that you actually appear on next week's live stream. So let me tell you all how that works. Very straightforward. You just have to head over to the Solana ecosystem call Luma page. Before I talk more about this, let me also show you guys a little QR code in the left corner on your screen right now. So if you don't want to type in the URL here, but I will also post it in the comment section, by the way, from the Solana ID account. So you can either head over to the Luma page using the URL, or you can just scan the QR code that is in your left side corner on the screen, should be in the left side. And then you can sign up to the Solana ecosystem call. That is happening next week. You're one of the first people signing up to this event right now, because so far we've only shared it with friends and family, and now we're also sharing it with the Solana ID community. And then on Monday, so next week, Monday, the official announcement is going out. The event is going to switch from private event to a public event, and everyone is going to see it and everyone is going to know it. But right now, you guys are in alpha mode. You know something that other people don't know, which is totally fine. We're not secretive anymore about this. You have the full rundown of the show down here. And you have the exact date down here. You also already have a link. If you sign up to the event, you should be able to see the broadcast link as well that will bring you on Thursday to the live stream. The Solana ecosystem call is going to be hosted not only on the Sol Brothers Twitter account, but also on the Solana Twitter account. The official Solana main account is going to live stream the ecosystem call. So all you have to do on Thursday really is to make a little blocker in your schedule, in your calendar. You can do that using Luma if you want. And then you have to pull up and just go to the Sol Brothers or Solana main account and join the live stream over there, same as you do right now for the Solid Talk. Pretty exciting. Are you going to be there, Pierre? Are you going to pull up for the ecosystem call?
Do you know what time it is?
It's around this time. 1 hour later.
This time?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. It's on the 26th, right?
Mm-hmm. One day before your big day.
I was about to say that's my pre-birthday celebration then.
Yeah, that's the evening, your birthday eve, basically. It's going to be like 11 or no, 10 p.m. or something for you. 1 hour later.
Can I hang out backstage like a VIP?
No. This is actually a huge endeavor for us right now to set this all up, because we're using different technology for this. It's not going to be StreamYard. it's quite a, yeah. We'll figure it out, but we have like a rehearsal and everything a day before to make sure that the tech is working. But it's definitely going to be a different production quality than this right now, for example. So Solid Talk for y'all is more laid back. You know, it is not scripted. We're just hanging out here. We have an agenda prepared for you every single week, but still it's me and Pierre yapping together with you guys, right? So that's Solid Talk. The Solana ecosystem call is closer to what a TV show looks like. So it's a lot more pre-recorded segments. It's a lot more live segments with a script, and it has like overlays and graphics and everything happening. So there's like a lot of work that goes backstage for the actual show rundown, compared to the Solid Talk, which is more like authentic and easygoing, right? So the ecosystem call should feel very different than this live stream right now here. I'm not saying that Solid Talks are bad. I'm just saying it's a different format, right? This is more like a live stream. Ecosystem call is more like a TV show. Happy birthday in advance, Pierre. Som, that's not how it works, brother. Just wait a week. Next Saturday, you can tell him happy birthday, because that's going to be one day after his birthday. Snowtoshi was free this week. That's amazing. Welcome to the show, my friend. Happy to have you here. That is awesome. If you just joined right now, comment yourself solid, guys. We're doing it again. We're doing it every single week almost. So make sure to be active in the comment section to get some solid tokens at the end of today's call. Now, what are we going to do today? On the agenda, we have, besides the ecosystem call shout out that I just gave you already, we have some Solana news. That's the next segment that I'm going to go into. So we're going to talk a little bit about some Solana meta, everything that's hot on Solana right now. We're going to dissect this. Pierre and myself are going to talk a little bit about news on the timeline. Then we're going to give you some company updates, mainly AI workflow updates. So these days, usually every single week, we are giving you some behind the scenes of how we are setting up our agentic kind of workflows. What is the title today, Pierre? What's the title and why did you pick it?
Clickbaits.
It worked. Is there any more behind it, or that's it?
No, I mean, we are always talking about AI stuff. We are basically on the forefront of trying out new things every week, especially when it comes to content creation. And I just had in my mind when we talked about Solid Talk a few minutes ago that there was also this big launch. It went viral. I don't know exactly anymore. What was the company's name again? Okra or something like that?
Yeah, I can pull it up.
Remember the name?
Okara. You can share my screen if you want.
Yeah, let me do that. There you go. Exactly. The world's first AI CMO. Blah 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 blah. Right. So the post went viral for them, which is great.
Yeah.
I don't know if they also put some ads on it or not, but
I don't
even
think so.
if
Why do you
not,
think? Why do you think it went viral? Because I have some comments. Do you have any intuition that tells you why this went viral? What's your?
I saw some messages from one of the founders who explained why it went viral.
Okay.
So
okay.
it was a mix of a bold claim in the tweet. And also they did a lot of paid KOL marketing.
Okay, they did. I see.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, you see a lot of retweets. Yeah, true. And why did this trigger you to create the title, Agentic Marketing is a Scam? Here's why.
I think that because I tried it out when I saw the product, right? And I mean, the idea is good. I think we need tools like this, but they need to actually work. That's the thing. So when I tried it out, the first limitation that I already instantly saw is you can only use the tool for main domains, which means you can use it for solana.id, but you cannot use it for campaign.solana.id/solve there, for example. Or you cannot use it for any domain that is not a main domain, right? Any URL path that comes after the main domain, they don't support it. They will only let you use your main domain. And that's already like a big no-no for me, because if you're claiming it's the world's first AI CMO, and he can only work based on your main domain, then he's already useless. Because as a company, you have so many different websites and landing pages that are product specific, campaign specific, time limited. Maybe you do A/B testing, whatever, and you want your CMO, either if he's AI or a real human, to have an overview about everything that you do, not just one page, right? And then so I gave it another try, and then just used our main domain, and the results that I got were pretty generic. You know, I could have also gotten this with
just Claude.
I give a prompt to Perplexity or Claude and enable deep research, and then after 5 minutes I get the same results, basically.
And we're not the only people that had that impression. Ryan, a fairly small account, got 2,000 likes and 400,000 views on his post. He said, the product scans stuff, then it shows Reddit. Reddit tells me people post about my company, surfaces competitors I already knew about ages ago, wraps it in a pretty dashboard and wants me to scream, oh my God, we saved $60,000. At this point, I'm convinced half the startup hype is just polished demos. How is this the ultimate CMO for me? TLDR, it's a scam. I wouldn't say it's a scam. Really, I wouldn't say that. It's not a scam. I think they have good intentions, and huge shout out to Okara for getting the metrics on their tweet. You know, it's not. We all know it's not easy to do that. Even if I don't know how much they spend for KOL marketing here, but I don't think it's going to be tens of thousands of dollars. Honestly, I think they just did a good job on building a post with a strong tagline and a good hook, a pretty demo at a good time in the market as well, where posts like this perform really well, and they got these impressions. The product as well is not a scam. It's just not what they promise it to be, right? That is the big negative thing about this. If the product would be, you know, evolutionary, right, then this would be a banger tweet. But unfortunately, they couldn't deliver on what they promised in the tweet and what the hype around the tweet suggests, right? The hype suggests, damn, this is an amazing product. But especially us building similar tech in the background right now, I think our tech that we're building right now is already much better than what they have. We just don't have a pretty dashboard, right? And we don't need it because we're just building the plumbing, right, behind the scenes that no one really needs to know about. Because if you run campaigns with Solana ID, you actually don't have to do anything. You don't have to do, as a customer of Solana ID, you don't have to interact with any dashboard here, because we're doing everything for you, right? It's just that we can deliver, as Solana ID, we can just deliver what maybe 10 other marketing agencies in the old world were able to deliver. As a group, we can deliver this as one small team. That's the huge unlock that we're giving. So again, Okara, not a scam, but definitely overpromised here and just created a really hyped tweet. And we're showing this tweet as an example for why we chose the tagline today, which is AI marketing is a scam, because a lot of these are just overhyped, right? Let's be frank here. So that's something, and we're going to talk about some updates that we have later today as well from our workflows that we're building right now at the case study Solflare. We're using Solflare right now as a case study for us to build a fully agentic end-to-end traffic campaign for them that utilizes Solana ID targeting, wallet targeting, but also uses agents to ship UGC and traffic or performance marketing campaigns on alternative social media accounts next to Twitter. Nice. Papi is also here. Sorry, I didn't see that message earlier. GM Papi. Buenos dias. And Jacqueline Nunn is here. What up, Jacqueline? Good to have you as well. GM, thanks for tuning in. Now, diving into the first real section here, I want to give a little shout out again to Solana Sensei's Weekly Digest. Let's go through some updates that we saw on Solana. Let's see what Pierre missed in the last week. It starts with the Solana Agent Hackathon. It has concluded, and Colosseum has announced the winners. Over 1,600 OpenClaw agents and 450 projects were submitted. That is really cool. I think, let's see. Yeah, Pierre, 1,364 agents entered. That is really cool. The first place goes to Degen Dome Solana. These guys are building trading bots that are agentic, I assume, and they become gladiators working against each other. That's really cool. 50K for them. Shout out to Degen Dome Solana. Then we have 0x Brain Death, an agent OS system that was built. Also really cool. 30K for this fellow gent. Also, shout out to him. Third place to Block Helix, and fourth place to CludeBot. Really cool to see so many submissions in the hackathon for Agentic built on Solana. Solana Mobile Builder Grants are live, funding new ideas to grow the Seeker ecosystem. Also really cool. So if you want to build something for the Solana Seeker, for the mobile stack that Solana put out, then you can now apply for a grant as well, for a builder grant. I like that. Titan Exchange private trading campaign is live. Trade privately on Titan and compete for a share of 10,000 USDC. So Titan launched a feature that allows private trading. Privacy, huge meta right now. Solflare launched the privacy aggregation layer, PAL, at the beginning of this month, and Titan also has a privacy feature now. And with that announcement, they also opened a competition. So if you use Titan for swaps and spot trading, then you can do that now and also tap into a 10,000 USDC price pool, which is really cool. We have 50 new stocks and ETFs on Solana, brought to us by Ondo Finance, and you can track them all on tokens.xyz, a new platform launched by Solana Foundation that gives you a very neat overview over tokens that are real world assets on Solana. So you can see this app as a curated front end that gives you a good idea of, okay, what Forex pairs do we have on Solana? What treasury vehicles do we have on Solana? What ETFs are live on Solana, tokenized and able to trade and swap on Solana? How do I get gold and silver and precious metals on Solana? We have tokens like GLD, XAG, or metals on Solana, or copper. And then obviously all the tokenized stocks. We have 219 tokenized stocks already that are live on Solana, mainly by X stocks right now, I think. You can see that with the with all these handles here. That's really cool. I think financial markets are really here now. They are on Solana. This is a huge meta started in last year and it's really taking off this year. Messari Crypto included Solana support for X402 payments. X402 is a payment standard for the open web, pushed by Coinbase. And now you can pay for any API endpoint with USDC on Solana if you use Messari Crypto APIs. Also really cool. Then let's see what else. Loopscale announced Prime, an RWA yield token on Solana in collaboration with Hastrafy, backed by Figure's Hilo C lending operations. Really cool. We have Backpack's countdown to TGE set for Monday, March 23rd. Guys, this is in 2 days. More details to be released soon. Backpack is finally pushing their token. I saw a post from the official Solana account as well last week going out, already giving us a glance at this TG, this upcoming TG. They have a very interesting token setup. I think it's a good case study as well for people to study if you want to get a good idea of how do companies launch tokens in 2026. Solflare celebrates the milestone of over $3.2 million sent using private send in Solflare. That's actually insane. I didn't know that. More than $3 million have been sent only in the last 3 weeks using private send in Solflare. That is really cool. If you don't know about the feature yet, in your Solflare wallet, when you send tokens right now, you can select if you want to send them public or private. If you select private, Solflare is going to use Houdini Swap. Under the hood, you only click one button. It takes a bit longer than a normal transaction. It costs a little bit more, but your transaction is completely private. It's actually really cool, Pierre, right?
Yeah.
$3 million already used. I didn't expect that. That's really cool. Have you ever tried out the feature? Probably not, right? You just didn't have the need for it yet, but you saw it in your wallet, right?
I'm not sure if I paid attention, to be honest.
When you make a wallet transaction with Solflare, you'll see it.
Okay.
It's very prominent in the UI. I think they solved this really elegantly. SNS University workshops are back and kicking off in China. Nice. Online workshops for the SNS ecosystem are kicking off. SNS is also taking part in the, what's the Balaji nation state program called? I forgot what it's called.
The network state?
Yeah, the network state. So SNS is collaborating with the network state, and they're bringing builders together with Super Team Malaysia and some other Solana folks in April to the network school. You can actually apply for a free month if you're a builder there, if you want to take part in the Coliseum. Pierre, there's a noise in the background. What is happening?
Someone is cooking tea.
Okay.
Sorry.
Privy integrates DeFi vault access directly into its wallet infrastructure. I saw that as well. So basically, if you're using Privy as a builder, it used to be a good solution for you if you want social logins for your DApp. Now they also give you the access to DeFi vaults. So you can use Privy as well as a builder to just implement yield strategies into your app very easily. Bulk Trade public testnet is live. Bulk is pushing forward step by step. One of the emerging perp platforms on Solana, competing with Hyperliquid. And then tokens, you already mentioned that. Make sure to follow the account with the handle @tokens if you want to follow all the official Solana accounts. Then this one is new on the block. So @tokens, you can follow this now as well. Strong recap, Sensei always delivers. So big shout out to Sensei for these good weekly digests. I love to use them here at Solid Talks. It became a habit of mine to run everyone through some updates on Solana and give my 2 cents to these news. Overall, people are shipping. You know, no one is sleeping here. The ecosystem remains on fire. And who's also on fire is Lily Liu from Foundation. The official president of the Solana Foundation is now the head of gaming at Solana Foundation. Disclaimer, this is a joke, okay? But she actually put that in her bio right now because she's been posting negatively. She's been posting negatively about gaming, claiming that gaming in crypto is dead. I call it an anti-marketing campaign. It is a marketing campaign. Right now, she's getting a lot of quote retweets and a lot of attention to that matter because of her bearish view. You can also see other members of the ecosystem making fun of that. Vibu just posted the other day, I think, a similar thing about her. Oh, I don't know where the post is, but here, release from Solana Foundation crisis comms. Again, this is a joke. We do not condone the statements made by the Solana Foundation President Lily Liu. These statements, while factually correct and extremely based, have done irreparable harm to our gaming ecosystem. As a punishment, Lily has been asked to play all of the current games built on Solana. For legal purposes, this is a shitpost. Okay, guys? It's a shitpost. But again, this whole topic gets a lot of attention right now. As you all know, gaming has been struggling on Solana. We have some good friends in the gaming sector. Huge shout out to the builders that are still here, you know, Star Atlas, Low Life Forms. These guys have been building all the time. Our friend BK from The Verge launched a new streaming platform, Verge TV as well. So there's still shit happening in gaming, but it's just, you know, together with the market being down, all these niches are really struggling. But this is a good anti-marketing campaign that brings attention back to the gaming ecosystem because I think it is there. You know, we do have games, and there's a reason why blockchain and gaming makes sense. And it's mainly incentives and ownership, as it always has been. And Solana is one of the only chains where it's feasible because on Ethereum, you have to, you know, sign a transaction and wait 5 minutes for everything you do in game. On Solana, it's super lightweight, especially if you utilize some speed technology like magic blocks or others that are trying to scale Solana without going into a different layer. So yeah, shit is happening. Gaming is still on fire, and this campaign is an attest to the fact that gaming is not dead. It is still around. Now, quick word from our sponsors. The Solana ecosystem call is back. If you just joined right now, make sure to sign up on Luma, ladies and gents. I'll shout out one more time. Left corner here with the QR code. You can scan the QR code. You can head over to the Luma page and you can sign up to the Solana ecosystem call that's happening next week, Thursday, hosted by Sol Brothers, Eno, and myself. So this is the first time people can sign up, actually, the first time that it's publicly shared. So make sure to use the moment and sign up. And also make sure to comment yourself solid while you're here. What's the comment section doing? 2 days for backpack, that's true. Is it only stocks available on Solana or world stocks generally? What are world stocks? What are world stocks? What do you mean with world stocks? Solflare tries to be ahead. That's really lovely feature. Yep, the privacy aggregation layer is definitely innovative. Vidor told me about this at a lunch, the founder of Solflare, before they launched it. And he was like, oh yeah, in a few days we're launching a privacy aggregation layer. I was like, what? Natively in Solflare? That's amazing. So I heard of it the first time before they announced it. And I was like, that's crazy. It's coming now. It's coming this week. That was the beginning of March. It can always be better. I think Cyber is referring to the gaming sector. So yeah, ladies and gents, stay active in the comment section. If you haven't dropped a GM yet, drop a GM. If I haven't seen you yet in the comments, make sure that I see you, because I want to know who's here. I want to know who's a true Solidian. I already gave a shout out to the guys that are in the comment, but stay active, ladies and gents, stay active. We have 120,000 views on our live stream right now. Just another Saturday. Just another Saturday. Pierre, should we talk a little bit about prices, maybe? Should we pull up the Solami chart? And do you want to hear my takes on the market? Are you excited?
Yes, sir. I hope it's not noisy anymore now.
No, much better. Much better. You may stay with me now. You don't have to mute yourself. So let's take a little look here at what's happening on the Solana chart. So I cleaned up my chart a little bit. So after the big drop, that is old news already. We kind of forgot about that already. We touched bottom in early February with this big red capitulation candle, wiping out a lot of the people that were still long here. That's why you shouldn't buy into the falling knife, because you never know how deep it goes. This candle here is it's a good signal or a good symbol of how people are taking out, because people probably started longing here, they started longing here, they started longing here, and then this took out a lot of people. So be careful with this. You should always either only long with a very small lot size, so you shouldn't put big tickets in when there's no confirmed bottom, or you should have your stop losses very tight, so that if the price goes lower, you don't get liquidated, but only stopped out. So that's just a gentle reminder here. Everything I say is not a financial advice, because as always, I have no fucking clue what I'm talking about, but I pretend I do. That's what I do best. Right now, we still don't have a confirmed bottom, but we have a bit more data now to make sense of this structure after the last low. So how this looks like to me is that we're in a broader ABC structure. That also means that the whole ABC structure here that you see in orange in the circles is a corrective wave count. What does that mean? That means that after the C wave topped, we can still go into a new low that is even lower than the previous low here at $70. So don't get too excited, even if we're breaking out of this range here and we're completing the C wave. For me, this is just a correction in an ongoing bear market. If you haven't noticed it yet, there's actually, in bear markets, there's a phenomenon that's going on here where you can actually see that we are staying much longer in up movements than in down movements, even though it's a bear market. So the time element is really important. That's where people get confused and washed out and liquidated, because all these corrective moves here, they stretch over weeks, right? I'm in the weekly chart right now. So this here is basically an up, this looks like a bull market, a little bull market. This looks like a little bull market. So we're always, and this happened before as well, in all the big drops that you saw historically on the Bitcoin chart, you can see that these corrective sideways movements here are actually much longer than the deep pullbacks. So what usually happens in bear markets is that these market flushes are playing out maybe over 1-2 weeks maximum, and then you stay sometimes weeks or months in a sideways range where it looks like you could go up again. But again, if I look at the Bitcoin chart right now, it doesn't look like done with the correction. It's very feasible that we'll see another pullback here before we finally go up. And this aligns with prior market cycles as well. Looking deeper into the Solana structure here, inside of this ABC, I identified a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup. That is the subwave count below the ABC structure. And right now we're in the third wave. The third wave is playing out as a diagonal. That means inside of the third wave, you also have an A, B, C structure. So what I'm looking for right now is the B wave bottom. B waves are notoriously difficult to trade. You never know when they're really done, but we would have to stay either inside this range here, the yellow line, or we would have to stay around the $80, $84 to keep the scenario plausible. If we're going lower, the lower we go right now on the B wave, the higher the chances that I have to reassess the overall structure, right? Because it can also be that this B wave isn't done yet. So that is basically the risk right now. We could see another pullback that goes close to the, basically sub $80, and that wasn't the B wave bottom. That's something I want to flag here. Right now, chances are still, at this very moment, chances are higher than 50%. That's how I usually assess probabilities. Is it lower or higher than 50%? Right now, I think chances are still higher than 50% that we might see a reversal from here. And that would be strongly confirmed if we break out through the last top here around $96. So 96 right now is the next crucial target for Solana to reach. Once we broke through the 96 resistance here, I think we might be on our way to complete the wave 3. We can also already draw some targets for the third wave based on fib levels. The first target is exactly that, just past the $96. The second target is 102, 104, and then $109. So I think somewhere in this range here, the third wave will top, the wave 4 will pull back, and then we would wait for the fifth wave to play out to complete the overall C wave. Let's see if I'm right. We're going to see this over the next couple of weeks. If you attend all the Solid Talks, then you will know that I'm usually not far away from being right. But again, it always looks easy if you zoom out. But as soon as you start to zoom in and you're trying to trade these subwaves, you usually get into problems. That's why you should keep your stop losses tight in this market, especially in B waves. Wait for confirmations to go in with size, if at all, right? So, final disclaimer, no financial advice. I'm just yapping about prices here. Last look here at these resistance levels. Right now we're in the blue box. I think the next target is pretty much here. It correlates with the third wave top. So I think this green box here is also same as my fib levels. It indicates that somewhere up here we should see the price moving, and we can even confirm this by looking at liquidation levels as well. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that we will see a lot of liquidity buckets in the $96 range. So that up here, I need to zoom out more. For that, let's do a 2-week. These are the liquidation levels of Solana. So yeah, right now there's liquidation buckets here around the 96. And then if we zoom out even further, we'll also be able to see them probably around the $105, $110 levels. That's basically where, So, okay, here you can see it better. All this deep liquidation pockets here, this works as a magnet, this zone, because this is where short traders will be taken out right now. There's a lot of open interest that would be liquidated in this range. So, and you can see between $112 and $98 is exactly what I said earlier, where my fib levels indicate where the price might move next, and also where my boxes here on the chart that are based on a different indicator are hinting at, right? These buckets. Again, the bullish scenario starts to get less likely as soon as the price dips below the 84 level-ish. So that would be down here. Then if we dip below this area here, we might actually tap into these lower liquidity buckets again, and we have to reset the scenario. That's pretty much it when it comes to prices, Pierre. Checks out, right? Makes a lot of sense what I'm saying. It sounds super feasible. I sound like I'm a great trader. I wish it would be true. But trading's tough, ladies and gents. So be careful what you do out there.
Yeah, and I'm totally the wrong person to judge about this.
Fair. How many trades did you do in your life?
Not so many, but I lost all of them. So, I mean, not all of them, but enough of them so I don't trade.
Yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough. My trading
I'm
journey.
Too emotional. I cannot. I have to be honest. I cannot put my emotions aside.
Yeah, I can actually, I know you very well. I think trading for you is very challenging to see the money moving and to see the.
Me, so I don't touch it.
It does, yeah. It is stressful. Like I had a lot of learnings in the past couple of years when it comes to trading. Definitely lost too much money. But the most important thing when you do that is, with everything in life, reflect, and try to draw learnings from it. Don't do the same fucking mistakes again. And some of the mistakes I did are avoidable, right? They are avoidable. So I do know that I'm a better trader now than a couple of years ago, but I also became much more cautious. And that's part of the learning journey. I wasn't that cautious earlier. I was like, okay, let's just, I'm just going to make so much money. And then you lose it all. So wait, Simon, you don't trade? I do trade. I'm just very, like my trading sizes are much smaller than they used to be. And I'm much more careful. I don't execute so many trades anymore. I take profits early. I cut losses early. I don't go in with size. I follow my conviction. So if I have a conviction, I place a trade only if I have a conviction. So basically, there needs to be strategy in place. You cannot press the button based on hope here. So the question before I execute a trade, I always ask myself, okay, how would I justify this trade if someone asks me? What would I tell that person? If I don't have an answer to that question, don't trade. Because if you don't have a strategy, what's going to be your decision model to decide when to close the trade, when you take profit, and so on? So you need to have a strategy in place. Quicks is in the house. Shout out to Quicks, my man, if you're still here. Love you, brother. Looking forward to our Sol Flare live. Ooh, more alpha right now on Monday. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but you'll see me on the Sol Flare live stream on Monday. So, and that is at the mercy of Solquicks, because he invited me over. So thank you for that. Solana ID fam. The Solidians love you, Quicks. Thanks for pulling up here, even if you've been here only for a moment. We love y'all. We love the whole Sol Flare community and all the guardians. Awesome. So, how are you doing, Pierre, overall? How's life these days?
I'm good. I would say I just had a mental breakdown, not a mental breakdown, earlier, but I was talking to my fiance. Yeah. And she was asking about my birthday next week, if I want to do something special, or just work, maybe have some dinner or something. And then I zoomed out for a moment and was thinking, fuck, it's my last birthday with a 2. The next one will be with a 3.
What should I say, bro? What should I say?
I mean, yours is already... The next one is already the 3.
It's inching closer. So I know exactly what you...
I have one more year.
I know exactly what you're feeling. And it's a pretty significant moment, I feel, in life. 29 is a pretty interesting year. It's kind of, you're on the verge of something.
Yeah.
It's just a number, right? But the number stands for something. For me, the 20s have been always for searching, right? The 20s have been for seeking truth, right? I'm always going to seek truth throughout my life. But it has been a phase where I want to find out as much as possible about myself and about the world around me, so I can make better decisions in my 30s, and I can build on top of my learnings. So that's it. But I'm getting out of this phase, and I need to be like, okay, so now I'm in my 30s soon, and it's going to be a different arc that I'm entering. But it's
daddy arc.
It's the daddy arc, yeah. Yeah, it's like literally like our friends are getting fucking babies now. That's the age we're in. It's happening, right? Like my siblings are getting babies. My friends are getting babies.
Wait, is your sister pregnant or what? Did I forget?
Maybe.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Another alpha drop here in the solid talk.
I didn't know that.
Oopsie. Yeah, it is public though. Like now it's public. She didn't talk about it earlier, but now it is. We saw the pictures already from the little boy in the belly and so on. But yep, there's a boy now. Yeah.
That was like very quick now.
Yep. So yeah, it can happen. It can happen every moment.
Yeah, congrats for. I mean, you're already an uncle, but you will be another uncle.
There was this moment. I was in my kitchen at home, in my home country, where I grew up, and she just told me about that news, and And I was like, okay, whatever, what the fuck? I realized, okay, cool, I know it now. I was like excited, as a brother, you're excited for your sister, right? And then it was still a secret. So we didn't tell anyone else in the family, in the broader family, because, it's usually like that, right? You want to know, you want to wait a few weeks until everything is safe. And so there's no complications with the baby and everything. And then you want to announce it. So you don't have to pull back and be like, oh, something went wrong. So she wanted to wait a little bit. And then my aunt came to the home just to, to say hi, the sister of my mom. She was in the kitchen as well with my mom together. And they were doing something in the kitchen. And I entered the kitchen. And then I looked at my aunt and I was like, hey, auntie, crazy, right? Like, my sister's pregnant. And then while I said that, my sister was next to me, I realized that, oh shit, she doesn't know that yet, right? In my mind, I was like, she knows it already because she's close family, right? And then everyone was like quiet for a moment. And then my aunt was like, really? And my sister was like, Simon. But I was so excited that I just burst out the news. And then she knew as well. So I'm like, I should be better with keeping secrets. But when I'm excited about something, then sometimes my mouth acts quicker than my mind. So that was funny. But yeah, we do have people getting babies. Also some close friends right now that you also all know. But I will not say it because I don't know if that's appropriate here. But not Pierre, not myself. That's something. I mean, I'm pregnant. You saw it on the picture I posted on Twitter the other day. But that's a different story. You'll see what that was about in the Strand ecosystem call. You'll see it. That's very fun. Anyway.
Well, congrats again. Besides,
thank you, sir.
Besides the age stuff, I would say, looking back, these 29 years soon, I must say that
it was an interesting journey, wasn't it?
It was an interesting life so far. I can really not complain about it at all. Like,
nah, bro.
It turned out very different to what I thought it would be when I was younger.
Yeah.
But let's call it an ongoing adventure.
It is. It is. That's life. That is life. An ongoing adventure with ups and downs, and highs and lows. It's all part of it. But you guys, you don't really realize how well off we are all. It doesn't matter where you're from right now. Even if you're in a country that's not Germany, right? Even if you're somewhere in Africa, if you're somewhere in Indonesia or on the Philippines or in South America, even if you're in a country that is considered in our world today as an emerging country, you're still well off. And I'm not saying that I don't want to disrespect anyone if you have struggle right now in your life or if you're going through something that is meaningful, right? I don't want to take that away, but I want you to put it into perspective. I read something the other day, and it's very true. All of us have this tendency to look back into the past and be like, okay, we just, we don't really dive deep. We take it for granted. And then we look into the future and we're like, oh, this is all like the war is going on and the economy is shit and everyone is stupid and everyone on social media is just annoying me. Everything is so negative in this world. Like there's a lot of negativity out here. And we have we tend to be very pessimistic about the future. That's my point. For some reason, we tend to be very pessimistic about the future, even though all of past is a proof that things have rapidly got better. Do you realize that? Like our wealth as a society, as humans, have gotten exponentially better in the past 100 years. It's crazy. Not like just 100 years ago, a little bit more than 100 years ago, people were fucking scrambling shit together. Like, or let's say 200 years ago, people were sitting in a home and they were eating with with wooden spoons. They were drinking water where the cows also drink from. They didn't have a shower. They bathed in the same fucking water than anyone else. They had to fight diseases. Children were just dying because of diseases they couldn't cure. Adults were dying with like 30, 40, 50 years because it was normal, right? Imagine you're in such a family. Imagine you're living in such a family and then compare this to the problems you have right now. And you'll be like, fuck, I really shouldn't complain. Like, Back then, all your siblings were sick with some fucking disease and no one has a solution for it. Nowadays, you can cure so many things. So I just want to raise the awareness here for people that it's actually not that bad, and the future will be as promising as the past has played out, with ups and downs for sure, right? But you'll manage. And there's so many stories of other people that went through much worse shit than you did. And when I say you, I mean everyone here, right? There have been people much worse. Okay, last bit, then I stop yapping. I met this guy in a journey that I did in my early 20s. His name is Dave. I was traveling with him for a while. He's a great dude. I was reading his bio just now, the other day, because we still text on Instagram sometimes. This guy, I think his dad tried to kill him in a river when he was young. Then he survived that. Then his dad committed suicide. Then he recovered from that. Then his sister got killed by the husband. Like, so much shit happened to this guy. Yep. And when I didn't know that about him. I didn't know that. When I met the guy in my early 20s, he was such a great human being. He helped me on my journey. You know, he brought me to some relatives in USA. He took care of me when we were traveling. He seemed super happy. And now I read this about him, and I texted him, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? How did you deal with these things? And I think I have one answer. He became a MMA champion in the 90s. I think he used MMA in the sport as a little, you know, as something to cope with his issues. I think that's what you have to do. Like, find something that gives you meaning, that gives you goals, and find a handful of good people that will stay with you, whatever happens. But anyway, we're starting to do a podcast again about life and the pursuit of happiness. So let's move on and talk about Solana ID again, Pierre. Or do you have anything else you want to comment on?
No.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry for you. Move on. Now, so what would you like the gender of the child to be? So my sister's getting a boy. Myself, I'm not getting anything realistically right now. And if I would, I wouldn't care. I really wouldn't care. Like,
really?
Literally, I wouldn't care at all. 50-50. Whatever life throws at me, female, male, whatever.
Okay. I mean, in the end, you cannot really... I guess there's some people that would highly disagree with me right now, but I think you cannot really influence it, no?
Yeah, no, you can. I mean, not really. And it's fine. Like, it's fine. Like, there's no superior, you know, gender, really, when it comes to getting a baby. I would love whatever comes out of my girlfriend. Same way. So that's that.
That sounds... I don't know. That sounds a little wrong.
What? Anyway, we are going to talk a little bit about some recent developments at Solana ID. And in a moment, we will also share today's Solid Talk NFT. So if you want, you can already put it backstage. The image, whenever you want. But we will give out the Solid Talk NFT in a few minutes. So stick around if you want to get the unique collectible for today's live stream. The participation, the proof of participation of today. We'll drop that in a moment. But before we do, we are working on a full stack marketing tool suite, basically, for our customers at Solana ID, for our business customers, to help them with customer acquisition. We've been showing last week already you've been showing a few first attempts of building a very sophisticated performance marketing tool for us in automation, heavily based on AI, that helps us to push very sophisticated ads on TikTok, Meta, and Facebook. TikTok, Meta, and Google. And now we made some progress on that front. And I think you started in the past week, you started to work especially on the asset creation when it comes to these campaigns. What does that mean? That means the visuals for campaigns. So if you run an ad on TikTok or anywhere, you have to have a picture, like you have to have a visual or a video, right? And I think for now, you got your hands dirty a little bit with image generation, right? For our software case study. How was that experience to generate ad visuals for a campaign of our customers?
It's pretty nice. Honestly, when I started working with this automation stuff and the AI image generation, my Claude was a bit hesitant. He always said, AI image generation is not super reliable for text rendering and stuff. That's why, for example, when we built the slideshow pipeline, the text rendering was actually not done by AI. It was code based. So we had a template with like safe zones, hard coded, and then we would just take the pictures that were generated and then put the text on top as a code layer, right?
I see.
Because it works reliable, same font all the time, same color, same size, and so on. But then I was just trying it out myself with Nano Banana Pro, and it turns out the text rendering is pretty decent. Cannot really complain about it.
Do you feel like you want to share one or two of these assets that you've generated for the software case study?
Oh yeah, sure. I think like my favorite one is absolutely this one here. I think you probably know which one I mean.
Yeah, let's see what AI can cook these days when it comes to visuals. I was personally also surprised by how good this looks, because in the past, I think you would have to assign this job to a graphic designer, wait for him to do it in Photoshop or whatever they're using, and then get back to you with a final visual. But now Pierre created this, for example. Spend crypto and prices, free card, reward points on every purchase with a beautiful graphic. Software did a car giveaway. That's already concluded, by the way. But if you spend money with your software card, you enter a leaderboard, and then they gave away cars. The Porsche got unlocked as well. I actually haven't heard about the announcement yet who won the Porsche, but at least the campaign is now concluded. And we're using that past campaign as a kind of as an angle for the ads as well. So to tell people, like, if you use this crypto card to spend money, you can win shit. And then Pierre worked on this image. So give us some technical background on how you generated that image, because it looks really good. And I think you used purely AI effects, right? No touch-ups from Photoshop or so.
What did you say?
You didn't use any other tools despite the AI. You didn't do any manual touch-ups on it.
I mean, I use Claude to create the prompts, right? So I don't write the prompts myself. I just give image ideas and the text that I want to be on it. So I decide the text and the idea. But actually, he came up with the idea of creating this glass liquid portal design for a card. I just told him what he should be. I told him he is now the creative director of a 50K per month ad agency, and we want to create Apple-like super premium
visuals,
conversion optimized meta ads in a specific ratio. And then I gave him my idea or the text that it should be on it, and then he came up with the prompt for this, and it was a one shot. It looked instantly like this, and I was like, wow. Like, even the details, look, even in the reflection at the street, you can see the Soulflare logo in the rain on the floor, right? That's crazy.
Yeah. So how did you do the picture? Like, which model has convinced you so far for image generation with text and everything?
Yeah, Nano Banana Pro. Absolutely. I think that's the best image tool right now.
Yeah. So guys, if you want to create visuals like that, I think we can recommend Nano Banana Pro for this, and make sure that the prompt is good. Maybe use AI to help with the prompt for Nano Banana, but then you'll be able to generate graphics like this yourself, and you can use them for whatever you want to do: social media posts, any graphic material you need for any campaigns. It's really powerful.
Yeah,
this is another.
I think
example.
this one is also pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to show to Soulflare because we haven't updated them on our progress yet. So yeah, if Quix is still here, this is what we're working on right now, bro, for software, but I think he's not here anymore. But it's super exciting to see these things come to life. I love that. I lost connection and came back to meet that cool image. Some says it's fire.
Or this one more. Sorry. I think this is also pretty nice because here you can see like lots of text, right? Like even the rendering of the tweets, he got that right. He extracted the images of the people correctly.
That's awesome.
Like, I think it's really nice.
Those are actual tweets?
Yeah, sexual tweets.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's really cool, man. So I think progress on our end, we figured out the image generation for ads. We have our AI pipeline in place to create ads with the caption and everything, simply from a company brief, basically from any landing page. So in our process flow right now, we first take the data we need for a new campaign. In this case, it was crypto card from Software. We take all the information from them that we need, everything we find on the internet. Then we craft, also with the help of agents, we craft a landing page. And then that landing page is the single source of truth for UGC and ad campaigns. So we're using that landing page to basically write the briefing for ad campaigns. We're using the landing page to derive UGC strategies. For everyone who doesn't know, UGC is user-generated content. So basically, every time you see a creator on TikTok or Instagram promote any product on their account, this is usually a UGC campaign. So that's really cool. I think some you probably disappeared. You lost connection for a moment. But Pierre's using Claude to help him with the prompts. So you don't have to write the prompts for Nano Banana yourself. You just have to do a bit of back and forth together with Claude and give him the exact ideas that you have for a campaign. Just do an interview with Claude, basically, and tell him that he's the creative director for an ad campaign, and tell him your product that you want to promote and your angles, your ideas, your text, your captions, and then Claude will give you the perfect prompt for Nano Banana. I'm pretty sure you can even tell Claude to do a deep research in the internet to find best practices for prompting for Nano Banana Pro, if you want to be super specific. So you can run that first. So then he knows already. Then you can do the interview, and then you can derive the perfect prompt. So there's a few ways to do it, but the TLDR in today's world is you can do anything. You can do anything if you know how to operate AI. And that brings me to my next topic. But before I start that next topic, I think we should do the Solid Talk NFT. Now, after the full hour, I think it's time for the participation NFT. So, ladies and gents, get ready for the reveal, for the revelation of today's Solid Talk NFT.
I am actually having trouble right now with my Notion for some reason. You cannot download the image. Can you try to just go to it's in dev team requests and then send Solid Talk NFT 81? The image is in there. I just cannot download it for some reason. Let's restart my MacBook, I think.
Yeah, I think I can get my hands on it. Actually,
can you also not download it?
No, but I think I can do a workaround. Yeah, I just downloaded it in my browser. All right, Solid Talk number 81, and today's participation NFT is coming up as we speak. Sorry, I have to do a little bit of manual work here in the background. Okay, now I got it. All right, the revelation. Ladies and gents, today's Solid Talk NFT is this one. The 21st of March, the Solidian hero rises from the ashes and bursts through the universe. This is today's participation NFT. So what do we do here? Every time you join a Solid Talk, the least we give you is a unique NFT crafted by our in-house artist for yourself, and you can claim this NFT during the live stream. We're going to help you right now to claim it. Pierre has to set up the claim process. Once he's ready, he'll let us know. But yeah, really cool design again. Let us know in the comments what you think of the design. Awesome seems to like it. GM Awesome, by the way, good to have you here. Some says I may need to start paying attention to AI content creation. Yes, you should. Yes, you should. If you want to use it, you can. Even recreating yourself works fairly well right now. Like, you can make a duplicate of yourself. You can create yourself as a character, and you can basically create videos of yourself, pictures of yourself with AI as well. But for now, these unique NFTs for our Solid Talks are still crafted by an artist, but we're also playing around soon with AI generation for these images to be ready for the new era, replacing all our humans with agents. That's the hard one right now. So we can use the humans we have for new endeavors and better use their time. So, are we ready for claiming, Pierre?
Yeah, we are.
Awesome. What do we do? Can you give us?
Or should I check if we have anything that we can include here?
Yeah, why not? What's on the Solana ID timeline? Okay.
Let me choose the Sanctum post.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, quick shout out to Sanctum. They are just friends of ours, and we decided to help them a little bit with their Infinity V2 launch that happened early this week, basically. They launched Infinity V2, which is upgrading their INF LST to more stable yield accrual. The only thing you need to know really is that INF is giving you the best yield on the LST front right now when it comes to liquid staking token yields on Solana. So if you want to put your Sol to use, you can utilize INF right now really well for that. Obviously, you can also buy Solid Sol, but we haven't. We don't optimize Solid Sol for yield right now. So INF is going to give you a bit better yield these days. If you want to buy Solid Sol, you can do that as well to support Solana ID. Now, the quest is live. The secret code is here. The secret code is big week, all caps, and you write it together, no space in between. Head over to talk.solana.id right now or scan the QR code on the screen. From there, you will land on a ZD board with the Talk 81 proof of attendance. Plug in the secret word, big week, plug in your Solana wallet ID, and interact with the post that has been displayed. You have to drop a comment. I'm doing this right now with you all. You have to like the post. And you have to retweet the post. And once you did all these beautiful things, you have to copy your reply URL, paste it into the ZD board, and hit the claim button. Oh, please reconnect your Twitter account. Claim this request. Okay, connect Twitter. Okay, I just got a little ZD bug. So I'm going to do that again. Reply URL, Sol wallet ID, and obviously the big week secret code, and hit the claim button. And the quest is completed. Once you see quest completed, this is your confirmation that you will soon get your beautiful NFT into your wallet in the next days. Awesome. So if you want to get your hands on this NFT, last chance, head over to talk.solana.id or scan the QR code, plug in the big week secret code, your wallet ID, and interact with the tweet. Hit claim, and you will see that NFT very soon in your wallet. And it's working right now. The distribution of the NFTs should be very straightforward and timely these days, which is beautiful. Awesome. Good stuff. Now, I was already teasing that I wanted to move on to a new topic. And that topic is the another AI topic. While Pierre is taking care right now of our traffic agency technology and AI stack, from performance marketing to UGC and all the automations in between, I am mainly taking care of the development of the tech, basically. So I built up my own system to utilize agents to work on Solana ID technology. That includes Solana ID Hub, our landing pages, in future the portal, or any new products that we're shipping. They will be all developed, and the code will be written by AI in combination with myself as the operator or the controller of the agents, obviously. Now, I want to give you guys just a little inspiration again, as we do in Solid Talks, how we use AI. Because again, the title of today's stream is Agentic Marketing is a Scam. Here's why. For a reason. It's because there's a lot of noise on the timeline. I don't want you guys to get sucked into this whole rabbit hole of what you could do with AI, but then you end up doing nothing. So the most important thing for you is identify something where you could use AI for, right? Could be content creation, could be development, whatever. And then get your hands dirty. Start using these tools and find what you can actually do with it. That saves your human time. Time is the most precious thing you have because you'll never get it back. Money comes and goes. Time only goes. So if you can save time using AI, it's a huge unlock for humanity and yourself. And the way I do it right now is I'm utilizing a tech stack that is called the Agent Flywheel. If you want to learn more about the Agentic coding flywheel, you can head over to agent-flywheel.com/TLDR, and it gives you a good idea of what the flywheel really is. It is 16 core tools that are pre-built and 13 supporting utilities that are pre-built to transform multi-agent AI coding workflows. You're basically building yourself an agentic army of devs that can do a lot of stuff. Flywheel stores rotational energy. The more you spin it, the easier each push becomes, which is beautiful. The tools work the same way. The more you use them, the more valuable the system becomes. Every agent session generates searchable history. So you have like a memory system using the CASS and the CM system to retrieve memory. Dependencies surface bottlenecks. Agents coordinate without conflict using a system called Agent Mail. And you don't have to set this up yourself. You only have to install the Agent Flywheel toolkit with a single line of code to your agent instance. They have a super straightforward guide that walks you through all the steps. It's a long walkthrough, though. It takes definitely a few hours for you to set it up. But once it's set up, it is really powerful. And I'd actually like to show you guys how it works simply by firing up my own agent that is controlling my flywheel. So I'm going to do that right now for you, and I'm going to share my screen and show you how it looks like. First of all, I have a script in place. Once I start the script does two things. It starts my operator Claude Code instance. The operator, hi my man, we're live right now in Solid Talk live stream. I just want to show the audience the power of the Agent Flywheel. So I'm just firing him up right now. Whenever I fire up my my operator, he's basically booting up the system. That means he's reading his own memory files. So he kind of remembers what we worked on last. So he's up to date. Then he also logs into the flywheel. So basically this operator is on my Mac, right? It's a local Claude Code instance on my Mac, on my device that I'm streaming from right now. But my coding agents, they live on a separate environment, on a VPS, which is a virtual server, not my computer. It's basically a computer that I rented for $50 per month, and that's where my agents live. I also built myself a little dashboard that I can show you guys, the Flywheel Control Center. Again, this is not pre-built. My agents built that themselves for me based on my my liking. I don't have any confidential info here, so I can share this with you. I can see my VPS setup, so I can see basically right now it's not running. It has a lot of CPU free. I have a lot of RAM free. I still have a lot of disk space on my VPS. So the VPS is essentially a computer in a data center, right? I can see the agents we spawned already in previous sessions. I can see our GitHub activity, what the agents worked on last and which pull requests they pushed in GitHub. I can see if there's any tasks open right now, like open agent tasks are called beats in the system. And I have a timeline view on what he did last. For example, yesterday, I fixed something on the Software landing page. I just added a space in a title from 3 times 500 to 3 times space 500. So I did a small aesthetic touch on the landing page. And you can see I did that yesterday together with my operator. So the flywheel control center is basically just my a view for myself, for the human, inside of the VPS to just follow the progress. Now he did a little background check whenever I launch a new session in my Claude in my operator. I call this guy the operator because he's operating the flywheel for me. So I can talk to him, I can tell him what I want to do, and he basically understands our code base. He understands everything, our tools we're using. And he can spawn agents in the flywheel to do work. So if I want to, create a new product, he will spawn a research agent that does some research. He will spawn a front-end agent that will do some front-end touch-ups. He will spawn a back-end agent, and they can all work in parallel. What usually would take 1 hour for one Claude agent, like my army can do in 10 minutes, right? And he's basically just controlling it. If the task is not too heavy, if it's an easy task, the operator will do that himself. He won't spawn agents for that. Now, I told him that we're in a live stream right now, so he already gave me a more sophisticated rundown here of our system. He told me what VPS we're running. We have 3 AI agents available right now, Claude Code, Codex, and Gemini. I'm currently using mainly Claude Code because I don't need the full agent setup yet. I have a full tool chain. Those are the tools that are pre-built by the flywheel, right? That are on the system. I haven't built them. And I have both my repos, front-end and back-end in here. They are clean on main. They're ready to go. What you're seeing live is me, the operator, running on Simon's Mac. He is logged into the VPS where the dev environment lives. He can spawn agent teams, search past sessions, scan for bugs, and ship code, all orchestrated from this terminal, which is beautiful. Then he asked me what I want to do for a demo, some options, spawn multi-agent team, fire up 2 to 3 Claude agents working parallel on task. He can do a CSS search, show how we search across hundreds of past agent sessions for prior tasks, live bug scan, or we could build something live, right? We could pick a small feature and ship it start to finish. I don't really want to do anything of this right now because we don't want to do this too long. But yeah, if you guys want to do anything with the agent, let me know in the comments if I should do anything with him. But for now, I think I just wanted to show you guys the setup so you have an idea of how do we actually use AI, not only for our marketing agency, but also for our dev stack and our agentic dev team. I think it's super exciting and it works really well. So far, it literally replaced all human devs we have at ST81. I can say that. Which is, it makes us a lot leaner and faster and more cost efficient. That was the whole idea. But yeah, you already knew all of that, Pierre, right? No new revelation for you.
But it's exciting.
It's pretty cool setup, yeah. It is exciting. What's exciting about this for you? Like, why do you think this is so cool for us to have this setup?
It's because we can just do stuff our own now. We don't need to wait on anyone because that's our biggest bottleneck usually, right? Waiting on other people.
Deliveries, yeah. True. That is the new world we live in, ladies and gents. Cool. Now, guys, I don't know if you paid attention at the beginning of the stream, but today is Comment Yourself Solid. So everyone in here had the chance to become solid by being active in the comment section. So shall we move on to the closing of the Comment Yourself Solid? Pierre, should we pick our winners?
Yes, let me try if I can find any comments on
Twitter.
Directly on Twitter. Because by the way, I think I got disconnected a few times earlier.
From where? From here?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Something is a bit slow for me right now. I don't know why that is.
Everything worked fine on my end. Always heard.
So I did not disappear for a few seconds.
Maybe while I was yapping, and I didn't see it. But I didn't see you come and go, or go and come. I know for a fact that friends like JD never get shown in StreamYard for some reason. He texted me the other day that he's usually in every single Solid Talk, and I never see him in the comments, which is kind of unfortunate for JD. So JD, if you're here, big shout out. Thanks for being here, and sorry if I don't react to your comments. I just don't see them in StreamYard. And if there's other people like JD, then also sometimes if I don't mention you in the live stream, it is because of a StreamYard bug that he doesn't pull every single comment. Some people, some Twitter handles seem to be missing.
I actually see JD right now, earlier. Very early on.
Oh, now he's there. True. That's crazy. I swear he wasn't there earlier. Okay, then let me do a very belated GM to JD as well. GM, my solid fam. Talking of the devil, 1,000 ooze. I didn't see you earlier, so sorry for that. 1,000 ooze. GM as well. Good to have you. I didn't see Chills earlier as well. Sorry for that. GM Chills, thanks for being here. Ice DeFi Wallet as well. Thanks for being here. Some of these messages seem to be populated too late. Altessa is also here. GM Altessa. Don't tell Simon secrets. No, true. This card's still not available in the US. That's true, JD. That's true. Right now, the software card is a product that is aimed for the European market. But the thing with software is they're doing things right. You can count on them to take time, but do things very right. So they just want to be on the safe side, especially when they do products that are a bit more regulation heavy, like crypto cards. So that's something to keep in mind. But of course, there's also the Jupiter card now. So for people that can't use the software card because of geographic restrictions, you might want to try out the Jupiter mobile card that you can set up in your Jup mobile app. Also very cool. So obviously, we have favorites, but we don't have enemies. So we love all our Solana ecosystem projects. So also a big shout out to Jupiter for constant shipping. Now, when it comes to the comment yourself solid, Pierre, do you see some comments now? Do you have a feeling?
Nothing on Twitter again. So
we're going to source from the list on our StreamYard.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, let me know.
It's hard, but
it is.
Okay, I think I have my person.
Okay. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and after 1, me and Pierre are gonna drop the name of today's winner. If we agree, that person wins. If we disagree, we need to figure out who wins. That's how it works. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Song.
That was easy today. That was easy. Ladies and gents, we picked our Comment Yourself Solid winner for today. And today it is Som, who has no enemies, just favorites. Actually, he's quoting me here. But he's stealing that from me. Appreciate that, Tom. You're the winner of today's Comment Yourself Solid because you are very active in the comment section, and we appreciate every single one of you guys who's active. But today, give a big W to Som and a congrats to Som for winning today's version. There's only one winner, so we have to pick one person. Last week, there was also a battle between Som and last week's winner, and we gave it not to Som. So this week, we picked Som as the winner, but it's a close race. I do see Awesome was very active in the chat as well. I saw Hector a few times popping up. Now I also see that JD was active in the first half of the stream and dropped a few comments. Same for Altessa. Altessa, you shouted as well. Thanks for being active. But today's winner goes to Som. Congrats, my friend. To be safe, drop your public key again to the Solana ID main account, and we will sort out the win for you, my friend. Thank you so much for being active in the comment section. And with that segment, we are coming to an end of today's Solid Talk. non-stop yapping for almost 1.5 hours with 120,000 views on the Twitter timeline. That is a record. That is a new record for Solid Talk. We do not know exactly what happened today, but I think, as Pierre said already earlier, I think we might have figured out a good setup to run very cost-efficient marketing on our live streams here that allow us to reach a lot of people on the timeline. And maybe today we were competing with less other ads for the same target audience. That might be one explanation why we reached so many people. Awesome. Cool. Pierre, are we ready to wind down?
Wind down, absolutely.
Alrighty.
I think my MacBook is winding down also.
Okay. Then maybe that's a good moment to close down the stream as well. Ladies and gents, and everyone in between, thank you so much for tuning in to Solid Talk number 81. It has been my pleasure to co-host this together with Pierre, as every single week, when we show up here for all of you to have a good time and to yap about Salami and Solid and everything in between. I think next week I want to drop some updates to Solid as well again, to the token and our token roadmap. So that's something we want to cover next week. We're going to do a little post-mortem of the Solana ecosystem call as well. Next week, I'm going to host, not out of Bulgaria. I'm going to be somewhere else. But we will be here again at the same time, in the same space, to host Solid Talk number 82. So thanks for tuning in today. And we'll see you next week for the next one, when the civilians assemble yet again. Until then, I hope you guys have a good end of the weekend. Enjoy your Sunday. And then enjoy the start of the next big week. Be ready for a huge week. Help us with the marketing campaign for the ecosystem call. Whenever you see tweets about the ecosystem call, interact with them, retweet them, leave a comment, be excited, and match our energy, because it's a big moment for the Solana ecosystem, and we're all part of it. Thank you so much for showing up today, and we'll see you at the next one. Stay solid, get solid. Peace out, everyone.
Bye-bye.